Today I'm going to show you how you can show a list of items that you have the same design and layout but different content from your database collection using Wix repeaters. Hey, what's up you guys? It's your boy Nino coming back to you with another Nino tutorial. And in today's tutorial, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how to display database content in a repeater. And this is very simple, very awesome layout that you guys can try out and actually display that content that you have in your collection. And first, what I want to show you guys is how you can get to this collection. Okay, now I have my development mode on right now, so I just went here to turn on development mode. Now you don't actually need to have development mode on, so I'm just going to turn this bad boy off. Alright, so once we have come to our actual Wix Editor site without development mode on, what you want to do here is you want to head on over to your content manager, okay? But before we go to content manager, I just want to show you that you can display information however you want on your Wix website. That means like right here where I have strips right here, these are different strips with columns in them, okay? And these columns align perfectly well with each other because they're set to this parameters that they are. Okay, this is one way that you can do it. I'm going to show you a different way how you can do the same technique here, but in a repeater. Okay, so what you want to do now, guys, is we're going to scroll down here just for me, and I'm going to go over here to add, okay? And I'm going to come down all the way to list and grids, okay? And when I go to list and grids, I want to pick out a basic repeater that I can use and manipulate, okay? So I'm going to choose this one. I normally do choose all the time because it's easy enough to take out the content that you need to take out and then replace it with newer content, okay? So I'm going to take all of this stuff out here and I'm going to just build my repeater. Now just give me a second while I build this repeater to imitate what I have up here, okay? So I see that. Okay, I see you have an image, you have some lines here, and then we have the text, and then we have the content. Okay, so image, title of the name of the person, and then the content that the person wants to put down. All right, so I got that in place, so I'm gonna have to just speed right through this real quick. And it'll just take me a few seconds because I ramped up the video. All right. All right, so this is more so the gist of what we have up here. It's not exactly the same, but it portrays what the same ideal you would want to have. But you can actually get more creative with this, but I just did this in a quick, moment or two, just to give you a gist of how you can actually connect to these repeaters using your database content. So let's go ahead and get started with that. All right, and so what you want to do here is you want to come over here to content manager. Okay, if you're not familiar with this, definitely go check out one of my tutorials about content managers, okay, and about just database content. All right, and here what we have is donors here. Okay, so what we want to do here is we want to add this donors element to our page, okay, where it says meet our donors. All right, so I'm going to be pulling from this data collection, and the way you do that here is you go to content manager, then you go to add content elements. All right, once you go to add content elements, you want to come all the way down to data set. All right, then click that add button, or you can just click on it and it will pop up. The other way to get to it is actually go through your ad here and then come all the way down until you come to Content Manager. And that will display almost similar stuff, okay? But it just gives you more variety of what you can do with your Content Manager, okay? Now here I'm just going to, like I said, click Dataset. And now I'm just going to move this out of the way, probably center it here. You can put it wherever you want. It's not going to actually show up on your Wix website. All right, now here I'm going to go ahead and connect it. All right, and so I'm going to connect this to what I say, my donors collection. All right, I'm going to connect that here. I'm going to say read only, and the number of items is 12. You don't have to deal with any of this stuff here. Well, I do want to sort it in a way that it is created date from old to new. Okay, that's just because the way that this is put into the database, I actually sorted it backwards. All right, so that way everything can fall into place as it would here. Okay, so now that I have the database collection here, now I want to connect it to the repeater. So what I want to do is I want to click on the repeater and I want to come over here to this icon, connect to data. I'm going to click on connect to data, and then you see all your components that you have inside of your repeater, and it actually highlights it for you. I love that about what Wix has put on here about repeaters and how easy it is to see the components that is inside your repeater. All right, so right here we want to connect the image to our data set. Before we can do that, we need to choose what data set we want it to connect to. So I'm going to sit here and connect it to donors data set. All right, now once I have that, then it knows where to get this so-called image or text or any other thing, background, from that particular data set. So what we want to do is to click inside here, and we're going to see that the image source is not connected. Well, we want to connect that bad boy. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click connect, and we're going to select image in my example here. But in any other example, if it has a parentheses image on there, click that one that you want. Okay, it will only connect to the ones that are in parentheses of image. Okay, it will not connect to anything that's text related, that's time related, date and time. Anything that is not an image is not going to connect to. All right, so we're gonna sit here and click image. As you can see, the element was successfully connected to the collection, and also we can preview it now if we want, but we don't have to do that, so we can just leave that alone. Press X. All right, and now for our alt text. Now our alt text is actually going to be whatever the person's name is and whatever the donor's name is. So I'm going to go in there and I'm going to click name. All right, and then I'm going to do the same thing for the tooltip. All right, and then the link that it connects to is nothing because I don't want it to be connected to anything. This is just a site content display of our donors. Okay, so once we have that, we could actually click X and then restart the process, or we can just click all connections. Once we go back to all connections, we go back to the main screen and we can do it for the rest of the other ones, which I'm going to do now. So you get the gist of how you can connect it to your content, okay? And that means to your database content, into your repeater. And it's very easy, it's nice to use, and I think it's very simple to use also. So when you're trying to get creative with multiple list of items that you want to display on your website, but yet you just don't have like the time to do each and every one individually, you can always head on over to a repeater and it will save your life for the meantime when you're creating your Wix website. All right, so I don't want to put anything in the background here. I don't think that is needed because it won't show. I actually have a box right here, a box container, and an image showing. Okay, now once we have that straight, now what we want to do is click save, because we have to save this. So don't forget to click save. So once you click save, now we can actually go ahead and preview it. And boom, as we have right here, the same exact type of display that it has using the strip and columns, the same way we can get that same information put on here into a repeater. And it looks fabulous. I really do like this for just, throwing this together real quick. I really do like this a lot, and it actually shows you all of the text that was inside of that inside of that data collection. All right. So if you guys want to see the data collection, I can actually hop on back over and show you guys. All right. And so how this repeater is being connected is through this data set. All right. Now what you want to do is you want to click on here and click manage content. Okay. As you can see, my donors here is my collection name, and then all of my field names are here. I have my name, my image, and my content. Now, if you can't see the other things that showed up, which was like the date created or the updated date, then you can come over to manage fields and you can easily show those right here. All right. And then you can show the ID of that item as well. And you can see that these are the key IDs, the unique IDs, automatically generated ID number. Okay. And then you have the created date and the updated date, all done on this date and time. All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Definitely give it a shot. And if you have any questions, drop it below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And if you like this video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you aren't already, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, ciao.